worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. But don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. But don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Good morning, CSL. Thanks for your support. We want to thank Corey for her beautiful music this morning. Thank you so much, and David too, of course. This Wednesday night is drumming. Yes. So please come, no experience is necessary. We have drums, we have it all, so just come and have fun. A Course in Miracles will not meet this Wednesday, even though it's the first Wednesday. Our next, the Course in Miracles next meeting will be on the third Wednesday, August 20th. So don't show up at 5:30 this Wednesday. We are collecting non-perishable items in the box in the lobby, and we will be doing that all year. So if you want to bring any canned goods or boxed goods, we'd appreciate it. Our next date night concert, outdoor concert, is August 22nd with Genevieve Rose Mitchell. So you don't want to miss that. All right, I think we're ready to say our mission statement together. We recognize and realize the omnipresence of divine love as the truth of all.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the crush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
And in this energized stillness, this nowness of this moment, I invite you to join with me and turn within to that sacred sanctuary, the place of quiet, the place of our holy essence, our connection with Spirit. In this peaceful, energized silence, I know that there is only one life, that Spirit is all there is, the one power, the one presence, the infinite one. And I recognize the Spirit as the spark that lights the world with constant, ceaseless, energetic growth and transformation. For Spirit is love, joy, vitality, energy, peace, harmony, so many good things. And it is the newness of each moment. And knowing that I am a divine spark in this oneness, I know for each and every one here that we are all moving, breathing sparks of the divine, living in constant creative growth, change, and transformation. That this is the truth for each and every one. And today I proclaim for each of us in our individual expressions a greater consciousness of this one magnificent life. So I proclaim for each of us that we see with greater understanding for the limitless opportunities that wait for our acceptance and creativity. We are divinely guided and guarded every step of the way into a fuller transformative expression of ourself. I greet each day with a new, fresh outlook. And as each of us greet each day, we all are led to new opportunities, new friends, new skills, new opportunities, new ways of living the fullness of this marvelous life. I accept new pathways that allow us to be of service to our friends, our community, and our world. I affirm and I declare that we
expect and accept an expansion of love, compassion, joy, and peace as we truly embody our oneness with all of humanity. And we each embrace the fullness of our life with gusto. And turning to the request in the prayer chest, I proclaim that the activity of Spirit is unfolding right now in each situation with that fullness, that vitality, that transformative power of the one life, with love, with harmony, with peace, with health, with vitality. And I accept that fullness expression of Spirit's perfection in each request. And each request is divinely guided, and healing is experienced right now. And I bless this celebration today and give thanks for each of us as we open to a greater expansion of our lives, to a deeper and higher consciousness of what that really means to each of us. I bless the volunteers, the music, the staff, all who dedicate their time and energy on our behalf. And I bless each and every one as we are each a blessing to the other. So grateful for knowing this truth of our lives, grateful for the fullness of expression that is ours to partake for this magnificent one life we have at this very, very moment. I release these words into the law of Spirit, knowing it is already manifest as we join together and declare, and so it is.
Holy Spirit, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world. I ask for beauty in myself. I ask for beauty in the world. I ask for beauty in all of humanity. Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
At the bottom of the stairs to the left is a beautiful red box. It is a bright red because it is just drawing all of your concerns into it to be transformed. So if you feel you have some kinks in your life keeping you from this glorious gift that we have, please Put your concerns in the red flowered beautiful box, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative prayer on your behalf this week. From Eleanor Roosevelt, the purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences. And from Adlai Stevenson, it is not the years of your life, but the life in your years that counts.
Our missing bell striker is proof that life is safe. It just keeps swimming. So we are aware of that sometimes people may go like to the Himalayas to ask the guru about the meaning of life. And this morning, CSL's gift to all of us is that we didn't have to do that, and that we will get the meaning of life from this song here from James Taylor. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Any fool can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill. But since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. The secret of love is in opening up your heart. It's okay to be afraid, but don't let that stand in your way. 'Cause anyone knows that love is the only road. And since we're only here for a while, we might as well show some style. Come on, give us a smile. Isn't it a lovely ride? Sliding down, gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. Now the thing about time is that time isn't really real. Just your point of view. How does it feel for you? Einstein said he would never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, the smile upon your face. Now welcome to the human race. Isn't it a lovely ride? I'll be sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. Some kind of lovely ride. I'll be sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just So our speaker today is Dr. Edward Villion. Edward, yes! From Santa Rosa Center for Spiritual Living.
Today we begin with the spectrum of joy. So let's look at the spiritual traditions of the world. Joy is often recognized as something spiritual in these traditions. Like in Judaism, it affirms that joy arises in the presence of the divine. Like in Psalm 16 it says, "In your presence there is fullness of joy." Similarly, in Christianity, in Galatians, there is talk about joy being among the fruits of the Spirit, a natural outgrowth of living a spiritual life. In Hinduism's Upanishads, it declares that joy is what we are, actually. It says, "From joy we have come, in joy we live and have our being, and into sacred joy we shall one day melt again." Love that. And in Islam, joy is recognized not as a goal, but as a natural result of living in harmony with the will of the divine. And then in Buddhism, there is this expression of empathetic joy. It's described as one of the 4 immeasurables. It's a quality of mind that delights in the happiness of others, even if you and I didn't have anything to do with causing that joy. Oh, we're going to talk more about that next month. And then bringing us to our own science of mind, our founder talked about joy as the inner evidence that we are living in harmony with the creative power of life. Okay, so together these perspectives really do present joy as something spiritual. And it feels important to reconnect with joy as something sacred right now because of the heaviness that so many of us feel as we consider the weight of world events. And for some, it might feel counterintuitive or even inappropriate to be talking about joy right now. And it might even come across as a denial of suffering and pain. Yet there is a side to joy that we are considering today. We're talking about joy as a resource for surviving and navigating tough times. Joy as a tool that can help restore our sense of humanity and connection with one another when the world feels particularly rough. And it is true that science affirms for us, research affirms that joy isn't really a frivolous thing. It's essential to our well-being. Psychologist Dr. Paul McGee, he's a pioneer in humor research. He found that humor strengthens our resilience, makes us stronger, and it helps people cope with stress, and it helps people recover from adversities. And his studies suggest that laughter has the ability to interrupt those cycles of anxiety that we can get into, and also that it contributes to long-term psychological well-being. Now, he wrote a book. The title is delightful: Health, Healing, and the Amuse System. Isn't that great? And it outlines how humor supports both physical and emotional well-being. Now, in the book, he talks about how we, ordinary, regular people, can strengthen our sense of joy by doing a couple of things. By practicing playfulness, embracing a more lighthearted approach to life. Number 2, by looking around and finding humor in everyday life, recognizing it, appreciating it, and enjoying it for what it is. And then 3rd, by learning to laugh at ourselves, developing self-directed humor to help strengthen our resilience, and then finally, by applying humor in situations where we might not expect to find it, applying humor as a coping mechanism for stressful situations. Studies of people who were displaced by war and disaster, including refugees and Holocaust survivors, show that humor has and can play a very strong role in survival and resilience and well-being. Now, humor doesn't erase trauma, but it can affirm dignity. It can help preserve a sense of identity, and it can, as we heard, provide momentary relief in the middle of suffering. Viktor Frankl wrote about this. He was the Holocaust survivor, also a neurologist who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, and he wrote about how the prisoners in the concentration camp, they would maintain their sense of self and their sense of dignity by doing these things like making art in secret and getting books that had been smuggled and reading them secretly, and most importantly, by developing a sense of humor, even a kind of dark humor. He wrote, "Humor was another of the soul's weapons in the fight for self-preservation. It is well known that humor, more than anything else in the human makeup, can afford an aloofness and an ability to rise above any situation, even if only for a few seconds." And he described moments in the concentration camp where prisoners would share jokes with each other to help keep their souls from being extinguished in these intense, inhumane moments of suffering and terrible conditions. And he writes in his book about the freedom to choose one's attitude. He calls it a spiritual freedom that cannot be taken away. And it's a freedom that can help make life meaningful and purposeful. He himself encouraged people in the prison with him to practice their sense of humor. And one of the methods they used was to make up ridiculous stories about life after camp, even though they didn't know if they would survive. They made up ridiculous scenarios and shared it with one another. Dr. Lee Burke, a researcher at Loma Linda University, has found that humor and laughter can do this for us, lift us up, and it also reduces stress hormones, like cortisol and adrenaline, and it also improves our immune system. Makes me think of the phrase in the Bible, "A merry heart does good like a medicine." And apparently these researchers are showing that's accurate. It's good for us. So I've taken this information about the research and Viktor Frankl's writing, I've taken it to heart, and I've been making a practice of looking for and enjoying the ridiculous things in life, which turns out is not that difficult. Right? Just look around. Whatever made this creation must have had a delightful sense of the ridiculous. Consider giraffes, duck-billed platypus, moose, hiccups, the ostrich. Or the fact that the plural of moose is moose, but the plural of goose is geese, and the plural of juice its juices. Or think closer to home how delightfully ridiculous humans can be. Like pushing the elevator button several times. Or like setting several alarms 5 minutes apart and then pressing snooze on every one of them, like I did this morning. I understand someone once said, and it has been attributed to Voltaire, but I can't find if that's true. It says, I have only made but one prayer to God, a very short one. Oh Lord, make my enemies ridiculous. And God granted it. Now, speaking of spiritual joy, though, it doesn't always come through laughter or only through humor. Sometimes it comes in its gentle, grounded, present way. I'm thinking again of Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. You know, he had that way about him that caused joy without trying to be funny, you know. He was asked to donate a sweater to the Smithsonian, and he agreed and said in his level way, it's just a sweater, my mother made it for me. But that's what people loved about him. He brought joy, not by being overtly funny, but by being present, gentle, sincere. And he has been attributed as saying, people long to know that who they are is enough. And when they feel that, joy is present. That's beautiful. I was thinking about the simple, gentle ways of joy, and I was watching a video of a man who had recently come out of anesthesia, and he was still a bit groggy, and his wife picked him up and had him in the car and was video recording him. And she asked him if he was hungry. And still slightly disoriented, he says, I don't know. And she says, well, are you tired? And you want to go home? And he says, do you know where I live? And she says, yes, I do. I'm your smoking hot wife. And he looks and he says, you married me? Thank you for marrying me. And she said, yes, I did. And he says, you are so pretty. And I could watch that video over and over again, and it reminded me to not take myself too seriously, because doing so just squeezes the life out, squeezes the joy out. And I know for me, when I lighten up, something softens and the world changes. Tension releases, my perspective opens up. And in that way, humor and lightness can be a bridge back to the center of joy. So I'm thinking about a new spiritual practice. Lighten up. Yeah. And truly, spiritual maturity includes knowing when to be reverent and when to be lighthearted, right? Because appropriate joy and lightness and laughter, they don't diminish reverence or holiness, they deepen it. It can be wonderful to take a lighthearted look at ourselves, you know. I was remembering many years ago at one of the very first memorials I ever officiated at. I was very nervous. You know, I'd not really done it before, and it was for a family I didn't know at a funeral home. And when it was my turn to get up to address the congregation, I accidentally kicked a vase over right in the front. And I stooped to catch it as it was falling, but I missed it. And then it fell onto the second vase, and there was a cascade of vases and water and flowers all over the floor. And then a voice in the congregation started to giggle. And the room broke into laughter. And there was such a release of tension, and somehow that laughter made room for the grief to be okay. It was such a moment, you know. Have you noticed that when you are genuinely laughing, you can't really entertain an unhappy thought at the same time? And have you noticed that sometimes we laugh later at things that didn't seem funny at the time when we were going through them? And to me, that stands as a reminder that some of life's hardest, most challenging moments have within them elements of absurdity. And the healing sometimes begins in those moments when we can see that. Now, the topic today is the spectrum of joy, reminding us that joy is a range of experiences and expressions, from the light and the easy and the funny, all the way to the courageous and the revolutionary. Sometimes the expression of joy is a quiet act of resistance to despair. Sometimes it's a gentle reminder in our souls that we are enough and that we were made to live and express. Going back now to what Mr. Rogers is thought to have said about people wanting to know that they are enough, I thought, you know, practicing joy could mean doing more of the things that remind me and others that we are enough. So it might be quiet, like watching the sunrise silently with someone you care about. It might be subtle, like witnessing that moment when a child finally figures something out and their eyes light up. It might be peaceful, like patiently tending to a plant and watching it grow. Or it could be the whole range of singing and dancing and clapping. Whatever way joy is meaningful to you, I encourage you this week to do something that reconnects you with your heart of joy. You could do it as an act of resistance against sadness and despair. You could do it as a quiet act of restoring your soul. You could do it as an act of defiance in the face of discrimination or hate. You could do something joyful to remind yourself that you are enough because you have joy in you. You could do something to help bring the divine more into full view in your life. Today in this message, I'm describing and trying to explore a broader range of what joy is. Joy as that which arises in the presence of the divine, that which is a natural outgrowth of living a spiritual life, that which is a quality of mind that delights in the happiness of others, that which is an inner sign of our unity with the creative power of life, that which can be a resource for surviving rough times, that which is a tool to restore our souls, that which is a source of resilience and a way to reclaim our wholeness and to express our courage, that which is an appreciation of the ridiculous, and that which is a healthy spiritual practice. And there remains an important aspect of joy that we cannot neglect. Uncaused joy. Joy that is not the result of anything. Joy that is, simply put, the nature of who you are. Think of it as independent joy, not related to to anything else. A state of being that exists within you as a place of stillness and knowing. It's like the complement to outer joy. Outer joy is caused beautifully by moments of pleasure, like when we are reconnecting with friends that we love, or when we enjoy a good movie or meal or watch a sunset with a friend. Uncaused joy is present whether those events exist or not. Uncaused joy is our spiritual identity. Now, it can become overlaid with stress and history and hurts and experiences in the same way that a cloudy day hides the backdrop of a beautiful, clear sky. Spiritual living, then, is the practice of knowing that you are the clear blue sky. It's understanding that we don't have to create that blue sky. We just are it. It's confidently knowing that that joy is available no matter what is going on. Even, as we've heard today, in the presence of oppression, of grief, of stress, of struggle. It is the living spirit within. Now, as we close today, I want to offer you the quote that we started with in the beginning from Dr. Holmes, and then follow up with a question for reflection. First, the quote. It should be considered right to live and to enjoy living, to be well, happy, and to express freedom, because this is the way to be in accord with the spirit of life itself. And now the question. Where in your life is joy quietly waiting to be noticed? And what would it be like for you to let that joy have a more prominent place in your life and guide you and soften you and restore you to the full knowledge of your spiritual nature?
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moonglow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Cause you are the very red library, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
knowing that you are part of this joyousness of spirit as the ushers come forth. This is our opportunity to consciously do the spiritual practice of expressing this joy of abundance, of the unlimited creative abundance of the universe that is expressed through you. So as you take your gift, you tie it in your hand. Know with me that I am the receiver and the giver of the abundance of the universe. And it's with great joy that I participate and not be the unwanted stoppage of this grand circulation of this marvelous life that I so freely take part in. And our affirmation, today is the day of my amazing fortune.
I come to me, my eyes good. Let it find me when it should. The guiding wisdom, let me see. My highest good when it comes to me. I come to me, my highest good. Let it find me when it should. The guiding wisdom, let me see. My highest good when it comes to me. I come to me, my highest good. Let it find me when it should. The guiding wisdom, let me see. My highest good when it comes to me.
And as we have received these expressions of our highest good, please, we know that they are gratefully received as they go forward, blessing our church, our community, and our world. And so it is.
So it is. With a grateful heart and a grateful mind, I offer this sacred treasure. Thank you.
Yeah, Nina. I'm back.
Hey,
I gotta turn the page, Joe.
go Nina.
Thank you for your support. And I want to thank Lou. I am so glad you're here today. One less thing to worry about. But we all appreciate our licensed practitioner, Lou Kunzelman. And just a reminder that the prayer box is out down the steps to the left if you want to leave a little request that Lou will pray on this week. And let's show Lou our appreciation. Okay, I think we are ready to go to our contemplation. Oh, I'm going to make sure it's the same as mine. All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan for me. Health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. Thank you, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, God.